Alright, JD here. Welcome to my channel. Hopefully I'm not overdriving my audio here. Yeah. And we've got ourselves an H145 aircraft. Step out and we're going to take off for a quick trip to an oil rig. This is a beautiful aircraft. This is the medevac version of the aircraft, as you can see. So I'm just doing some flight control checking and stuff like that. So there we go there. It's a gorgeous aircraft, so we're going to take off in a few seconds as we get ourselves ready for takeoff. And today we're flying to an oil rig, an oil platform, and we should be able to land on this oil platform with care. We'll see how well I do. It's a tricky flight, so I'm trying to make sure that I've got enough control over my tail rotor here. Clear off the emergency here, and I set the wind at around, I think around 16 knots, which is pretty heavy wind. So yeah, it's a gorgeous day for flying, as they say. Got everything set ahead here. My RPMs are a bit high. I'm kind of going right over the treetops here, so we're getting and as you can see, the waves are set pretty high today, because it's all about the wind. I've got the wind coming from the west, somewhere around 16, 17 knots, I think. So the oil rig is over on the right-hand side, right in front of me there. And we're going to attempt a landing. This is a gorgeous model of an aircraft. There's land over here, a little slice of land. I'm in the UK. And this aircraft is just wonderful. And just going to make sure everything is okay here. Mute, don't bother muting. Not sure. Get back in the cockpit here. Yeah, and my co-pilot today is Captain I don't care, I think his name is. Anyway, there's a shot of the land, and as you can see, it's very good scenery. Just amazing scenery. This is Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. Here's my co-pilot. Thank you very much. And it's got some passengers in the back here. And these are medevac guys. There you go. We'll just fly down here for a few seconds. And we're going to fly over another very small oil platform. Someone can tell me what these platforms are for. The tricky part here of this whole approach and landing is the wind, because the wind really takes this helicopter for a run. I know I've got my controls set here on difficult, so it's more realistic to actually flying an aircraft. And I know if you crash in a sim, no one gets hurt. But in a real aircraft, it's trouble. So this is great for, I guess it's not FAA approved, but for practicing your approaches, departures and approaches, and also for emergency procedures in the sim, engine fires and stuff like that. So there's the other platform, and there's a landing pad on the top with a cage on it. So I'm heading for the second platform here, and I want to check out my quick displays here. I'll be quiet for a second as we approach the other platform. And there we go. That's the oil rig right there. And let's have another look at the aircraft from the outside. This is going to be a tricky landing. I'm going to set myself up back for an approach so you can see the landing as we come in and get back in the cockpit here. So I went over the oil platform and I'm trying to situate myself, so I'm going upwind. Now an oil platform will have a windsock on it so that the operator knows the direction of the wind. Get rid of that warning here. What kind of warnings do I have going on here? Rotor RPM was a little high. Yeah. I muted the terrain avoidance warning system. The HTOS is muted. So there we go. We're just approaching beautiful skies here. Sort of a little bit of a cloudy day. So here I'm approaching the oil rig cautiously. So now as you do a nose up in this helicopter, then you've got to do a collective down as you do a nose up. So if you put your stick back, your nose will go up. You'll start rising, so you'll gain altitude. But I want to bleed off some airspeed. So what I do is I take my collective down a bit as I do that, and I'm always looking at my rate of descent. And if you can see my mouse, this is right over here. I want to have that, somewhere around 5 is good. Anything below 5, or I think between 4 or 5 is okay. Somewhere in there. So anyway, I keep an eye on this gauge here for my rate of descent. I keep an eye on my airspeed as I'm coming towards the landing zone. I could put it in autopilot. There is an autopilot mode. Let me flip it open really quick here and show you. So you click on the top here and you can get an autopilot here. I can click the autopilot, the altitude hold or the height hold, and I can click on the hover hold here. Now I'm not using the autopilot. This is a hand. Just to prove that this is done by hand. So right now I'm just trying to float my way in nice and easy. I don't want to overfly it. The landing pad's got kind of a cage. There's a boat over there on the left too. So the landing, it has kind of a cage on it. So let me look back here again and see what my view looks like here. Alright, this is me coming in, so I'll just keep that view so when I land we can see the same view. I know it's a bit of a bouncy landing, I think I do, but so here I'm sitting here again. I'm still getting a rotor RPM issue here, so let me acknowledge that. Yeah. And the map view I don't believe shows this. If I go back here and I go to map view, I don't believe it shows the platform, or does it? Oh yeah, it does. There it is there. Look at that. Alright, I don't want to miss the action here, so I'm going to flip to the exterior screen so I can see what kind of dancing I'm doing. So I'm dancing in the sky right now. And I'm trying to line myself up perfectly with this platform. It's not easy. I'm coming in at an angle, and I'm just going to come in and drop it down. I dropped it down, and then I pulled up on the collective a bit. So there we go. I'm down on the ground, and that's a gorgeous view of the aircraft. So a big thank you out there for watching my videos and subscribing and liking my channel. I really enjoy simulation. I also am a watchmaker, and I have plenty of videos online on how to repair watches. So again, thanks a lot, and I will see you next time in the friendly skies and on the bench.